Yeah. Hi, good evening, friends. So, welcome to this seventh day of our 21-day series program, part two. We have been talking since last 21 days, and then again we started the next 21 days. So, this is the seventh day. So, to start it, they thought let us have a talk in English. Okay. Yeah, hello Dedipya, Swaradi Garu, hi, Anuradha, hi, welcome all. Yes, Lakshmi Garu, hi. Yes, Ashwini, hi. Yeah, so hi friends. So good evening once again. So today we'll have a talk on world, okay? Like yesterday, we are going to have some, combination of topic, the steps for this, and also some stories. Okay, so this is how it is. So I'm not starting with story, but then it would be a combination of everything. Okay. Yes, Sarah, good morning. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. Okay. Good to see you all this time. Every day we've been constantly meeting. It's good. Voice clear. Carry on. Thank you, Anuradha. Thank you. You have helped me so that I don't ask again. Thank you. Okay. So let's begin with the world. Now, when we talk about the world, what does it mean? What does the world mean to us? World is about the material world. Okay, we basically because we deal with the human uh, arena, and we deal with the human world. We live in the human world, and it is always sometimes when we talk about the world, it is not about always we talk about the higher world, lower world, middle world, all the spiritual worlds and spiritual realms. All these are there. But today, let us talk about the material world. Okay, it is like connection with people, and not only people. It is a connection with the things we use. We generally what we think we when we hear the word, listen to the word called world. Okay, we always think about, oh, it is about the world. Okay, it is about the world and the people around. Okay, world around. But here I would like to add something more. It is not just the people around. It is not connected to only people around. It is also connected to the things we deal with every day. Okay, so how let us understand the practical and authentic way of practicing this. Very practical. It is like we deal with human people every day. We meet so many people. We connect to so many people, and some new people coming in our life. So many things happen. And now, how? What is that we need to understand? How do we apply the authentic way, in a very authentic way, dealing with the people? Okay. So let us understand the first steps of the world. Now, the first point about the world is understanding the essence of emptiness. Okay, so when we're talking about emptiness, here it is like, there is a statement that everything is empty in the world, nothing is permanent. We keep listening about this world, about the permanence and impermanence and all these things. Now, here we say everything is empty. Now, it is not about everything is empty. Then, what is not empty? Then, what is full? We have a glass in hand which is half filled. Okay, we pour the water in the glass and it is half filled. Now, what do you call? You call it as half empty, or you call it as half full. Okay, what are you seeing in the glass, and how do you deal with that emptiness? How do you utilize that emptiness? See, this half is empty, half is full is fine, but how are you utilizing? The same way, when it is coming to meeting people in the world, it is always we need to understand that if everything is empty in the point, and how are we able to, how do we live everything we learned. We have been learning so many things in past so many days, every day 9 to 10 we have been talking, and there's so many topics which have come out, and we have been talking so many things, and we have been learning about how to apply. But when it is coming to the world, how are we applying to the world? And when it is with the people around and with the things around. Now here we need to understand one thing. Everything, every object we use, our homes or we in the homes, everything has got its own meaning. Everything has got. First is when we talk about emptiness, there might be a powerful insight. In that empty space of mind, there might be a powerful insight which actually tells us, we need utilize that unreal thing which is there in the empty to deal with, to cultivate the real. Okay. Here I'll tell you a story which I've already shared before, that I'd like to repeat it. There was a scholar who wanted to brush up his knowledge, and kept on wandering in sharing his knowledge. He kept on wandering to many monasteries, and now he reached one of the monastery, and there he found the even more senior masters there. Now he began to talk about, he thought, let me share the most beautiful one here, because the higher masters, grand masters are there, exist here. So let me talk about something very beautiful and high. So he stands there and he tells about a point of everything is empty in the world. There is nothing called nothing is permanent, and everything is impermanent, and nothing is everything is empty. This is what he keeps talking. And now after he completed all the lecture completely and all, and then a master, a grand master who was sitting there, he comes and hits on his head. And then the scholar is angry, and he asked, "What the hell? Why are you being so rude? Why did you hit me on my head?" Then the person, the grandmaster says, "If everything, according to whatever you said, if everything was empty in the world, from where did this pain exist from?" Okay, you had pain when the grandmaster had hit on the head. There was a pain. So from where this has come? He continued the talk. It is true that everything is empty in this world, nothing is permanent. The body perishes, every memory gets collapsed, every memory changes, and perceptions changes, everything, there's a constant change happening in the world. But still, what is permanent thing? If nothing is permanent, then what is a permanent thing? What do we say when we call about love, friendship, and compassion? What about all this? These are the things which are, permanent, which exist, which does not perish. These are there all the time. Body may perish, all the objects may, break, and they get stored away, or they clear them off. All these things may happen, but still there are some things which are there. So that is where he said, when you see emptiness, there might be an insight, a powerful insight in that emptiness. We need to understand that. So we need to use this unreal, which are not, we cannot touch them. How can anybody touch love? How can anybody touch friendship? This is not possible. So touch and love and friendship and all this, which are not tangible, which we cannot touch, they are coming from the empty space, and powerful insights through which all these frequencies are coming out. So we need to use this unreal. What we do not touch, we think it is unreal. So we need to use this unreal to cultivate the real thing, whatever we are able to touch. Okay? Because it is about the world, it is about the material world. When we are talking about the material world, everything we need to see and touch. Unless and until we do not touch a particular thing, we don't understand whether it is real or not. Okay, if you are not able to touch something, we are not able to see something, then we think it is it's just something mystical, it is not real. Okay, but when we are able to touch something, then we say, oh well, this is real, like the real, this is, I'm able to touch it, I'm able to feel it, I'm able to see its density, its structure, and everything, it is real, we say. So to cultivate this what so-called real thing, we need to use this unreal things. when we are dealing with the people outside, we need to have compassion. We need to have friendship. We need to deal with the world with all these ingredients so that the connection, what we have with the people around, is increased. Okay, and now how are we? And here the next topic, next point is called attention. Okay, after the emptiness, when we talk about attention, attention is, it is about focusing. Attention always focus on focusing. Okay. So when we are, yeah, I would like to. There are some questions which are coming in, and I would like to say today's class will be English only. Telugu we will have again tomorrow, from tomorrow, but today it's an English class because there's so many uh, English audience have been sending me messages for at least one English class. So today is for all of them, and whoever is able to follow this, it is better we continue, right? And then when the second point, when it comes for about attention. Attention here, I'll tell you about a person, two farmer friends. They go on to a market. They go to market and they keep talking. And suddenly, one of the farmer friend, he tells the friend, "Hey, you listen. Are you able to listen to the sound of the cricket?" He laughs. The other person, other friend laughs. What is it about the cricket? No, where from where you are listening to cricket? This market is full of so noisy. So many people are talking so many things. From where did you hear the cricket? Then they say, no, everyone has the hearing ability. Are you not able to hear? Then the friend says, no, I am not able to hear any cricket. You might be, thinking something else. Maybe you are bored or something else. So then he said, no, if I will prove you that everyone has a very clear hearing abilities. Everyone can hear, everyone can listen. This happens. So then he says, then prove it. Okay, if everyone has hearing abilities, then listen. You might be listening, very far from the place. You are able to hear. Maybe your abilities are high, but everyone is not like that. Then the other friend says, no, I will prove it. And now what he does is he removes few coins from his pocket. Okay, and then he throws the coins on the floor. Now these coins has some clicking noise, and now suddenly the place entire scenario is different. Now everyone in the place has suddenly stopped and started looking into the coins on the floor. Some people literally start bending down and looking for the coins to pick up. Then the friend says, see, everyone listens. It is like, it is, we are free to choose whatever we pleases us. It is fine. If for a person, if cricket pleases, then from wherever the sound comes, the mind gets, we get, attracted to the sound. The money, everyone is attracted to, everyone's focus fall on, and the hearing abilities are becoming even more sharp. Focus on the positive aspects, okay, rather than that which will irritate you or annoy you. In world, what generally happens is we keep on, sometimes we become very irritating, very annoying. It is always better, there's so many things happening in the time, but always focus on the positive things. Rather, you focus on the things which irritate you, which annoy you, which disturb you. Rather than that, focus on the positive aspects all the time. This is the attention. This is all about the attention. First is the emptiness. When we talk about emptiness, always focus on whatever is empty. Even silence looks like empty, but it's a bundle of so many answers, so many solutions. Okay, every empty space, it can be filled with something very beautiful. It's like a womb. You can fill it with anything, any good positive aspect. And the attention, when we are talking about attention, is it is all about focusing on what you can focus. You have a choice, like just like how I told earlier, we are free to choose whatever pleases us. We can choose whatever, where you want to put your attention, but always try to focus on the positive aspects, on the which brings upliftment to your evaluation process. Okay, always focus on that. And now the third aspect is knowledge. Here, I'll talk about something where we have a system of satsang and sajjana sangatyam and book reading and all this thing. We have been accumulating by reading books. We keep on accumulating so many things. Undeniably, it's a wonderful thing. Reading books is really good. It awakens so much of information in us. But unless and until it is practically understood, any concept cannot be. You cannot guarantee that this concept is absolute, coming from the absolute truth. Okay, book knowledge is good. Here, I would like to share a story with you all that says, there was a scholar who was very fond of reading books, and now one day what he does is he completely, opens up a shelf, an old shelf, and he buys two books. One is giving the lecturers of agriculture, and one is talking about building up an army. Now he reads the books. He closes himself inside the room and he reads the books and he understands, and he feels so very nice. He feels satisfied. Yes, I have learned everything about this book. And now he goes to the leader over there and he say, the head of that village, of a particular village, and he says, we have so many, bandits which have been coming, the terrorists which are coming to loot us. So why I am thorough that I have some techniques. I need some people who can, with whom I can create an army, and we will be ready for the battle. Then one person asked, "Have you done any military course? Are you experienced in this?" Then he shows the ancient books and said, "No, I have all the wisdom of these books, and now we can do the battle. We are this thing." And few of them people, they think, okay, maybe looking at his confidence and this all things, they think, okay, maybe possibly, and they assign themselves to him for the becoming an army. And now he goes to the village head and says, I have, we can make the agriculture must better one and find thing. Then then the head of the village asks, "Are you experienced in agriculture? Have you done anything? How many years have you practiced agriculture?" Then he said, "This is the ancient books I have read everything from, and this is wonderful, and I am so confident." Looking at the confidence of this man, of this young man, the village head also says, "Okay, why not give him a chance?" And now all the army is ready, and now there's a thieves, the group of thieves have come again to loot the village people. And now the way they were coming to them, and the way they were, according to the book knowledge, they were trying to jump into the battlefield, fighting for them. They did not know what to do. Half of them ran this way and that way. They were trying for saving their own lives, including the scholar. And then the scholar was about to hit by the one of the thief which have come, the thief leader. But at the same time the thief leader ran away. Now when he was trying to understand why this thief leader, without killing him, ran away, he understood that there was a dam which we filled up, and it was almost being blasted, and the water was coming up to this. So in this, what happened? Even the army failed his all his book technology of making an army, training the army, all the skills being taught, everything, it has been failed. And now all the skills which he tried to implement in the, according to the book knowledge of making a proper agriculture, creating some water and all this for the villagers, all that also got failed. Friends, here we say book knowledge is good, but unless there is a real experience is lacking, then meaning is, there is no meaning. Okay, knowledge without the real world experience has no meaning of ability. Okay, we must, even the way a person was looking very feeling superior. Sometimes what happens is we read a book and we feel, wow, this book is so beautiful. We are so impressed with the book. We feel so impressed, and we feel right, and we think that, yes, I can do so many things. Like, there are so many people who read Many Lives Many Masters book, and they started experimenting on past lives. They started doing sessions just by reading book. It is not enough. This is how there are so many misconceptions has been created just because of this kind of application. Reading books is always good, but trying to apply according to whatever is written in the book will fail, will bring zero results. So we need to understand, if you have knowledge about so a topic is not enough. You need to have the wisdom. It is wisdom comes out of an experience. It does not come just like that. It comes out of an experience. We need to understand that reading a book is different and applying it is different. So we need to apply whatever we have learned. Unless and until whatever you have learned just by listening is not enough. You need to keep applying. Unless you apply, there is no point how much ever you heard, how much ever you've been attending all the discourses, there is no point, has got no meaning to it. Okay, and here I would like to share one more point. One of our group member of Divine Space family, Anuradha Rika, she has been noting down every aspect which I've been talking, sharing in my talks in the last few days, and it is really appreciable. And thank you, Anuradha, for doing this work. It is understood, like whenever you are listening, you list out all the topics you remember. Why you need to write it is because you can practically apply it. Okay, when you practically apply everything, every knowledge turns out to be a wisdom. That is wonderful. Okay, we need, it is not like just we have heard something and done. When you have heard something, when you like something, it is important that you immediately put it into practice. Unless and until you skillfully do all the applications of something you liked it, then you will not understand the deeper essence hidden inside it. Okay, so knowledge is good, but wisdom is more true, real. Okay, and now the fourth point is, I'll tell about the acquisition. Acquisition is, I'll add this with a small story again. There was a king. Okay, there was a king who have learned about hunting. And then he decides one day, I've learned so much about hunting and I've got good experience. Now let me go for a hunt. He makes arrangements for his army, and then along with his army, he goes into the jungle. First, he sees a small rabbit, which was right in front of him, and he could have shot it. He'll see, and the moment he was about to shoot the rabbit, he will just get in focus. So focus diverts towards the other sound where he finds a deer. Then he feels, oh, this rabbit is small. Why not go for the deer? People will be pleased. People will feel good. And now, as he gets ready and focuses bow and arrow towards the deer, then he will see something else, a fox. And he will think, oh, let me shoot at the fox. And then suddenly, when he starts diverting and putting his arrow and everything targeting towards the fox, he will see an eagle flying above. And then he will think, oh, it is better I, connect to eagle. I put a mark onto the eagle so that it will feel more good. People will appreciate, because eagles are generally not hunted. Nobody can hunt. And by the time he could raise his head and make ready of his bow and arrow, pointing to the eagle flew away. He said, okay, eagle has flew away. And then he comes to the fox. Fox is no more visible. And now he comes out of disappointment. He comes to the deer. Deer is not visible. And now comes back to the rabbit. Nothing is visible. And out of his own anger, what he does is he tells his army people that because of their stupid noises and stupid sound, all got diverted and he could not hunt. This is what happens with us. For our mistakes, we blame the world. We blame others. Whenever there is our mistake, we have committed a mistake and we blame it on others, because our ego personality will not allow to accept the mistakes in us. It will not allow to see the mistakes what we have committed. It will always try to throw everything on others. Okay, this is what happens when you're dealing with the world, when you're dealing with the people. It is like when you have to focus, when there is a point that you have to focus on things. Let your mindset be there completely. Maintain a proper mindset. You cannot think about this also. You cannot think about this also. You cannot think about this having one, like how the king was being hunting. Once he's targeting on the deer, and one way he's targeting on the other thing which is coming up. There is no proper mindset. Always focus on things with a proper mindset. This is important. That is what you need to learn. When you are focusing on one aspect, when you want to focus completely, do this work in your life, walk straight with all the focus on that, and let your focus get not disturbed onto anything. There might be so many things that you might be wanting to do this, and something else comes up. In this way you keep jumping to one place in another, and you will end up not doing anything. Be focused on one point. Okay, just one point, and finish it that one point. And other than that, you literally see nothing. Literally your mind does not get any diversions. It's a straight thing coming in. Okay, and now for this we need to understand about detachment. When we talk about detachment, it is important that we need to understand. We might be feeling detached towards many things, but sometimes we really do not know whether we are really detached to something or not. Like here, there is a person who has been collecting antique pieces. He's been a soldier, a military man, military officer, and then he's after his retirement of his life, he began, to collect all the antique pieces, very expensive and all antique pieces. One day, he was looking at all the pieces. He has all the things, objects which he has collected from the very antique state. Now focus, his attention has fallen on the flower vase, and a vase. It was so beautiful. It was antique. And then he took the thing, and he was feeling so good. Putting the vase in his hand, he was feeling, oh wow, it is so beautiful. It is so this thing. And as he was appreciating it, he slipped. The hand slipped. It was almost about to fall down and broke into pieces. He very quickly held that vase close to him, and then he realized there was a deep palpitation in his heart. And within that time, he realized, I am a military man, and I know when I'm going to a war, I may lose my life, but even for a moment, I never felt scared. I never felt this kind of heart palpitation of fear. And now, for this was, why am I feeling so scary? Why am I getting a feel of losing this? Then within that space, within that two things in between, he realized that I'm detached. At work, I'm attached. Sorry, at work, I was completely detached. Was not concerned about anything else. I was not concerned about giving away life or anything. But here, I'm attached, so it is becoming difficult for me to leave. As he realized that, he slowly made his hands very comfortable and relaxed. So the vase slowly falling down and broke into pieces. So friends, this is all about detachment. We need to understand that. Self, question yourself. Self or wealth, which is greater? Gain or loss, which is more painful? These are the questions we need to, it goes right into your heart. Which is great. Self is more greater than wealth. Without self, what would you do with wealth? And gain or loss? Loss is more pain, or gain is more pain. What is that you're gaining? What are you losing? That makes the difference. Okay, we need to understand. It is sometimes attachments block your path in knowing yourself, in exploring yourself, in walking your path. There's attachments and there's desires and so many things, all these things, emotions, all this block yourself. Anytime you're focusing on one path and there's some attachment which pops up on the way, you feel disconnected, you feel disoriented, and you may feel cut away, cut off from your focus. You get turned, your diversions, it's a diversion. Okay, it's like you cannot divert yourself, it is not possible. You can't risk yourself in diverting yourself in such a way because of due to some attachment. It is not possible. We need to understand that this is how things move on. We cannot detach at all. We need to make it clearly. It is self which is more important, and the focus should never be diverted at all. The focus must be straight all the time. Okay, this is more important. So, friends, here we need to understand there's so many things about the world. When we are dealing with the world, the practical knowledge is very much important, and you need to cut off from all the attachments. Always see the world as a witness. You can witness the world, but you cannot get along with it as the story goes. Involve yourself too deeply with all the attachments. Okay, always understand the emptiness is there, but still there is something unreal which will cultivate the real. You can have friendship with everyone, you can share your love, you can your friendship with everyone and share all the compassion with everyone, but you cannot be attached. It will make you fall completely below the ground. At times these attachments and these emotions, this imbalancement create so much of imbalances. It creates so much of high tides up and down moving in your life and in your emotional state. It would be difficult to handle. So always go with the balanced state of mind. Okay. And then when we talk about acquisition, you just always you need to your attention also, your attention completely. And when we talk about, you need to focus on things, and for that you need to maintain the proper mindset. That is more important. Unless you maintain the proper mindset, it will be difficult to deal with the world of your things, and it not only work in the people around you, although and also with the things which you are dealing with. Like we have understood with the story of flower, with the vase generally, how attachment has created the fear of losing. We cannot have the fear of losing. It is work everything with the world. Whenever you are dealing anything with the world, deal everything as a witnessing manner. Be detached. Be open to the outcome, but never get attached to the outcome. Okay, this is more important. So, friends, these are the aspects which everyone we need to deal with it, apply completely when it comes to dealing with the world and the things. Okay, friends. So, as every day, let us have a small meditation, a guided meditation. So, I want you all to just close your eyes, completely relax yourself, keep the spine straight, close your eyes, and bring all your attention to your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Yeah. Keep focused on the sound of your breath. As you breathe in all the relaxation. And as you breathe out all the tension, stress, and worries. Let the body feel from the top of your head till the bottom of your feet. Let every part of the body feel completely relaxed. Focus on each and every body part and allow every part to relax slowly. Let your focus be completely onto your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Just be with your breath. Come what may, you don't have to get diverted with any other sounds or any everything. Language does not matter. Let us understand everything from our heart. Heart holds the language of friendship, love, and compassion. Let friendship be the language. Let love be the language. Let compassion be the bond. Allow all this in every part of your body through your breath. Be focused on the sound of your breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, listen to that sound of your breath. It's the most beautiful sound we have. We have only two sounds which are more precious. The sounds which proves that you're alive, you exist. One is the sound of your breath, and the other is the sound of your heart, the beat of your heart. These are the two sounds which, whether you listen to it or you does not listen to it, whether you are aware of it, you are not aware of it, are constantly being a companion, your companion all through your life's journey. Just focus on the sound of your breath. The most beautiful sound we have ever heard, the sound of your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, let there be no interval, no gap between the in breath and out breath. The moment you breathe in, you breathe out. The moment you breathe out, you breathe in. There is absolutely no interval between the inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in and breathe out. Let all your attention be on the sound of your breath. Let the knowledge of breath turn into wisdom. It's not just to listen to the breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, you connect to so many powerful insights as physical sensations and emotional moves in you. Let the knowledge of this breath become your wisdom. When you do it, when you breathe in and breathe out, you will realize the power of your breath through your body. Allow the relaxation flow all over your body from the top of your head till the bottom of your feet. Let there be no space in your body which is not filled with relaxation. It's a beautiful companionship between the body, mind, spirit, and the breath. Let this bond become more stronger and stronger as we connect to the breath every time. 10 minutes more, continue breathing. Our breath has the power to clear 70% of the pollution which we hold inside us, whether it is physical or emotional or mental. Let there be no distractions. Your focus is completely to listen the sound of your breath. Breath itself is a language of your soul. Just be with the breath, my friends, as you breathe in and breathe out. Let the relaxation flow in every part of your body. So last 5 minutes. Just 4 minutes, my dear friends. Just be with your breath, the language of your soul. Let the thirst of learning does not stop us due to the way of communication. Once the language of the soul, the breath is understood, every communication can be understood and taken in a proper way. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in and breathe out, let the relaxation flow all over your body from the top of your head till the bottom of your feet. Let the relaxation cover all over your body completely like a fine blanket. Let there be comfort. Let there be feeling of security and safe as you breathe in and breathe out. 3 more minutes, my dear friends. Let the language of the soul, your breath, lead you to the wisdom, awakening of the wisdom within. Breathing effortlessly. Let there be no effort as you breathe in and breathe out. Your breath is the true master. Your breath is the key towards knowing your own self. Your breath is the only tool which has the capacity to show who you truly are, who you authentically are. It has the power. It gives you the strength to fight with the fake identities hidden within and open up a beautiful gateway towards knowing, bringing out the true self. So just be with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Last 2 minutes more, my dear friends. Let there be no distractions. Let there be no disturbances. Your focus, your attention is completely on listening to the sound of your breath. Your breath is the language of your soul. Listen to it, learn it, and apply it. Just 1 more minute, my dear friends. Let this last minute be filled with the breath. Let every part of your body dissolve itself into the breath. Let the body breathe. Let there be a complete breathing. Yes, friends. Feeling the safe, relaxing sensations all over your body through your breath. Have all the gratitude towards your breath, learning through the breath, you're learning how to breathe effortlessly. Now, you can slowly allow all the relaxation into the body and slowly bring all your attention to the present moment. You can slowly open your eyes. Let the body, every part of the body, remain in this calmness, in the beautiful silence, very peacefully. Once you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes, my dear friends. Yes, friends. So it was just for today. We have chosen the language in English because there are many who were been asking because they've been not able to follow since all this the first 21 days and also the later days in the past 6 days they've not been attending all this. They've been missing the talks, so there've been constant request to be in English. It is not about how many we are seeing. We have a question here, we need to rethink. But I said I think we also need to understand that there are members who wish to listen in English, and since because they do not have an idea of that this class was happening in only in Telugu and not in English, most of the people were maybe not tuned to this timing. Okay, since in Facebook this video is there and it can be shared, there's so many people who are able to identify. And let there not be any constraint and rigidity in our mind. Let us be flexible in taking knowledge in whatever way it comes. We can learn the art of learning also through various ways. Okay, it might be difficult, but nothing is impossible if we really intend to. And when I'm talking about the world, it is understand the aspects, the steps. First is the emptiness and the attention and the knowledge, and the acquisition and the detachment. When we understand these words, we understand everything we are dealing with the world. Okay, friends. Thank you. And tomorrow the talk will be in Telugu and at the same time at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Good night.